I discovered I have a secret kid and my wife left me.
Oh, the worst combo imaginable.
My wife, Amy, 35 female, left me, 36 male, after I was contacted by an ex and discovered I had a son. He was born 3 years before I married my wife, and there was absolutely no overlap or cheating in my wife and I's relationship. This happened a month ago, and I requested a paternity test. By the way, this comes from Throwaway Family Left. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, Amy didn't say much while we waited for results, but agreed that if I was the father, I needed to be in my son's life in every way possible. 2 weeks ago, the results came back that I am the father, and immediately Amy said she wanted a divorce and began packing her and our child's belongings.
Wait, y'all
You
have
a
children?
child? That's
Nah,
crazy. 'Cause
this
I
is
was-
insane.
I was thinking maybe she's like, I never wanted kids,
Yeah.
child-free life. They already have a kid,
Yeah,
and she's not even taking into account that.
I'm immediately so suspicious.
I don't.
What
like
was she
this.
up to where she's like, finally, a perfect way for me to get out of here without being the bad guy?
That's what it feels like. Because she already has a kid. He didn't cheat. He hasn't said, I expect you to be involved in this kid's life.
This is so weird.
I was confused and asked her why, but she cried and said she loved me. Amy and I have been married for 10 years. 10 years? And
Yeah.
she just divorced you immediately
Nah.
after finding out you had another kid?
What did she do?
Our marriage had been pretty damn close to perfect. No serious arguments, same goals. We've traveled the world together. We have a beautiful home, rewarding careers, and fantastic children together. You have multiple kids.
Something is afoot.
I am so heartbroken that she's thrown everything away. I feel like my life has been destroyed. I have no clue what to do. I have begged and pleaded for therapy, and my wife refuses. She has started the divorce process. The next issue is custody of our children and terms of our divorce. All 4 of our children are young, not even in school yet. You have 4
Dude.
children. What's one more?
What did she do? What did she do? She cheat on you with like your dad or something? Like she had to have gone so nuts.
That was like, snap. All 4 of our children are young, not even in school yet. She says if I agree to give her primary custody, she will let me have the house and will not want child support, and will give me all of our savings so I can raise my son as his mother is struggling. I'm sorry. She wants you to not even be in your kid's life?
Yeah, so
Who is this woman?
her logic immediately doesn't make any sense because she's like, you need to be in your new son's life.
but not any of your other kids' lives?
Your other 4 children don't need you anymore.
I would say, no. No, I'm not giving you primary custody. These are our kids. Just because I have one extra kid doesn't mean
Do you smell that? It's
Yeah,
fishy.
I smell fish.
this woman is.
I would, so this is a
Something's
situation where I would pull the, like, if I'm OP, I would go to my wife and be like, I already know, so you might as well tell me. And just hope that she breaks and it admits to whatever it is. I already know, you might as well just tell me.
I already know. She also agreed to pay for some home help for me. I am disabled and need help occasionally during flare-ups, which she usually provides. I told her I could afford it on my own, but she insists as she says she wants to help out since she won't be there. She will move across the country with our children,
Nah.
but said she will bring them for at least 2 weeks every 2 months. That you can't do
Nah.
that. You can't do that with.
She's acting
With
like you
young
cheated
kids.
on her and this is an affair baby.
This is crazy. I'm sorry. She wants to uproot her
Yeah.
kids every 2 months for 2 weeks.
That makes no
How-
sense.
that doesn't even work with school. They're young, but they can't be that young because they have 4 of them.
She's telling him that he needs to worry about his kid, and she's literally disregarding the well-being of their 4 children. This is nuts.
Crazy.
Nuts. This is nuts.
And will pay for me to fly out to see them whenever I want. No. I don't know what to do. I have no family to discuss this with because 2 of mine and Amy's children are adopted. And my parents and extended family think my biological son is more important than them, which is obviously untrue. It makes me feel horrible, but I don't even know my son. It feels like I'm losing everything for a person I don't know. And I know he's a child and I shouldn't feel that way, but all I ever wanted was my wife and kids. And while I love my son and take care of him, I don't feel like he's my kid yet, just because I haven't really had time to get to know him. A month ago, I wouldn't have recognized him if I saw him on the street. I feel so much guilt for feeling this way. Amy and I are both fairly well off, but she is more so than me. She offered to hire me a lawyer of my choosing if I don't agree with her terms. Don't agree with them.
Yeah, don't agree, and also don't take her lawyer.
Yeah, no.
What?
I told her again I could afford it, but she says she just wants to make sure I get a fair deal. This isn't a fair deal. She wants to steal your kids and move across the country.
Yeah, this is like
What the heck?
way too extreme.
This is so extreme for no cheating. No cheating. But I just can't. I don't want a divorce or to lose my children. I love my wife and children more than anything, and I just don't understand her motives or why she's doing this. It feels like I have to pick my son or my wife and our shared kids. I keep trying to make sense of it in my mind. She will not tell me any reason for wanting to get divorced. She is even being incredibly nice to my son. His birthday had recently passed, and she got him a new game system. They haven't met, said it was for myself and his siblings. She even told me what her nephew, same age as my son, is into so that I can get things my son might like. I don't even know what advice I'm looking for. It feels like my life has been completely ruined. I'm in therapy, but it doesn't seem to help. A month ago, my wife and I were planning on trying for another baby and picking our next vacation spot. And now I'm going to be divorced. How do I move on? How do I not unfairly resent my son when I know it's not his fault? I keep hoping there's a way to convince her to stay, but I don't even know what the problem really is. I'm hoping someone else has been through learning they have a child after 10 plus years and knows where to start, or what I can do to either move on or convince my wife that this doesn't have to happen. Any advice at all is appreciated, though. And there is an update. What do you think?
Well, you've got a very simple problem, and it can be easily addressed. And that's all I have to say about that, because I have no idea how to fix this. This is insane.
Yeah.
Like, what? I mean, I think your wife has done something that she is now acting on out of guilt. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
But also, regardless of what she's done, I think right now, she's not willing to listen to you about like trying to fix this or anything. So I think it's like, lawyer up. Don't let her take your kids across the country. I'm pretty sure she can't do that.
No.
If you have, if she gets primary custody, she'd be able to. But if you have custody, she would not be able to take your kids halfway across the country.
Why is she moving halfway across the country? Is it her family is there?
It doesn't make any sense. So I think say no, get your own lawyer. Don't let her buy a lawyer for you. And be there for all of your kids. Your wife something's going on with her.
It's just, it doesn't make any sense to be like, oh, well, first of all, she waited for the paternity test.
Yeah.
So, like, it wasn't like as soon as she found out, she's like, well, I'm out of here. I can't believe this. It was like, she waited for the confirmation, and then she's like, all right, that's now your child. Bye. I'm taking our 4 children.
Yeah, you got one for the price of 4.
Nonsense.
It doesn't make any sense. There is an update, though. It has been over a year since my original post. Since then, my life has completely changed. Some days it is very hard, but all things considered, I am doing well.
Wait, how long has it been?
A year.
A year?
The biggest change is that my wife and I are divorced. She moved with our shared children to the opposite coast to be near her family. Why did you say yes to that?
So I did see a comment from Slithy Tobes in the chat that full custody, based on how OP described their family, thinking about their adopted children as being like less than.
Yeah.
It does kind of make sense that they would want full custody for, but we don't know how the now ex-wife's family views the children. We just know that OP's family kind of were like, othering them. So, okay. But also,
it seems like OP didn't really have a relationship with
country.
them.
You moved to the other coast?
Yeah.
What?
I just don't understand, because OP's like, yeah, it happened. It just did you give her primary custody of your kids? What?
Ew.
We had an easy split as we both agreed it was best for our family. How is this best for your family?
Yeah, how is
How,
this?
in what way is this? I would be devastated. As a child.
Do all the kids hate you?
Yeah.
Like, is that why?
As a child, if my parents just decided that they were getting divorced and moving me halfway across the country away from my father, I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
What?
But they're so young. I don't think they.
But I can't imagine
They're not even
that
in school.
young. But they're you know like they're probably
They're like
unless they had them
4
each a year. There's 4
No,
of them.
I mean still there's like there's you know well 2 are adopted. So, but then the other 2 not adopted. But like
but I'm
regardless, it's like they're also at that age where it's like once you move them at that age, now it's like that's where
exactly
they're not moving back.
Exactly, but I'm still saying like even if they were 4, yeah, maybe they'll get over it like a little bit sooner, but they'd still be like, where's daddy?
Yeah.
Why isn't daddy here with us? What? Because it happened so quickly.
Yeah.
Literally within a month, they were like planning to get divorced. You know, like not that they probably took longer, but she found out a month ago. Said once she found out, she was like, we're divorcing, and then within a month, they were like, yeah, we're doing this. So the kids are probably like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like kids, you know, even if they're 4 years old, they're 4-year-olds, 4 and 5-year-olds are like, they can talk. They can do all this stuff. They know what's going on. I am very thankful for that. However, it is difficult not to see all of my kids.
Yeah, now that's making me think that there's something else.
Yeah, I'm like,
what?
Like, why would you say yes to that?
What's not being
Why would you
said?
say yes to that? The first month was the hardest, especially as we did not want to divorce and we had a hard time not treating each other like spouses. Then why did you? Which delayed us healing.
I'm theorizing maybe they're going from one state to another where it's like the difference in like the level of tolerance or acceptance towards the kids is going to be like way higher or something. Because like, I don't know if, who knows? We don't know anything about the kids.
They didn't say anything about it.
But like, if they both agreed that it's better for their family, there's got to be something there that we're not hearing, probably in the interests of anonymity and stuff. But
don't know. My son is doing much better now that it's just the 2 of us. After our divorce, my son opened up about her in therapy. I now understand much more about his behavior. He is much happier now as an only child as well. He's really thriving with my attention. He is struggling with his mental health, but his care team sees progress, as do I. My other kids have seemingly forgotten my existence, which hurts, but is also better than them being sad about the situation.
What?
What?
How is that better?
Why were they sad? Why?
They're not sad. They've forgotten his existence.
No, but it's like rather than being sad about the situation, it's like what they're going to be sad that they have another sibling.
No, sad that he doesn't live with them.
Yeah, there's a missing piece here.
I don't think that's. Can you pull that? What did that say?
My other kids have seemingly forgotten my existence, which hurts, but it's also better than them being sad about the situation, which is
they don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is like insane. Like they don't remember that he's their dad.
Well, buddy, I got news for you. They're probably gonna end up being sad about that at some point.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Wow, our dad doesn't," because you're gonna presume. Are you not visiting them every 2 months?
What's
Which is, I mean, like even if you're what is this?
Oh, wait. And now there's maybe the Slythy Toves also just commented that the bio son might have behavioral issues. Could that be part of why?
Potentially, but still, I'm like...
The ex-wife said, I'm out of here. You got to take care of this kid, and I'm taking ours.
I just don't understand.
So strange.
I constantly try and call them, but at their age, I get about 5 words in before they lose interest. My ex-wife and in-laws try and get them to stay on the phone and talk to me, but there's only so much connection you can have over the phone with kids their age.
Oh my God, they're iPad kids. They're iPad kids too. That's why they don't remember you. They're fried by like Zaboomafoo and whatever the heck they watch all day. Zaboomafoo would not fry them.
Yeah.
I know.
It's Coco Melon.
I'm just not an
get out
iPad
of
kid, so
there.
I don't know.
Coco Melon.
PBS is a beautiful thing. They seem happy, which is all I can ask for. I'm at peace knowing that both my son and my younger kids have someone that loves them in their lives. I miss my family, but I feel I made the right choice for them and my son. By the way, the right choice for you would be to listen to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. And there is a little bit left of the story, but it is kind of insane that these kids are going to grow up and they're going to be like, wow, yeah, dad chose his other son.
I mean, yeah, who knows what's being said?
Choose between either of them. I just don't understand why you agreed. Like we're missing information because why would you agree to let your kids move across the country? If your kid was having behavioral issues, then maybe you don't have to like have them all hang out together. I mean, even just like you guys living in a different house away from your wife and kids that was in the same freaking town
I think
rather than moving across countries.
I think OP got shocked. I think OP was just like I think he was just shocked, in shock and awe of just like, okay.
I just really don't understand.
You want a divorce?
It seems like everyone only had one option, and that was it.
Yeah, it wasn't like I'm going to,
But see, okay, this is what's getting me, is there is a line in there where it was like, at the beginning, OP's asking his wife, like, what's going on? Why is this happening? And she just cried and said, I love you? That is the most, like, I cheated on you and can't tell you sentence I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So, like, I really do feel like there's this deep pit of guilt she's trying to run away from. But newsflash, that's going to follow you wherever you go.
Yep. I just don't understand. I don't understand why there wasn't any bartering or like, hey, let's fix these terms.
Well, maybe the secret kid, the bio kid, like maybe has the special needs. The OP said that he's been doing a lot better since it's only been them. So maybe it was
and I'm not discounting
in that interest.
Yeah, I'm not discounting that he probably needs that, like, you know, specific help and needs more of OP's attention. But like to completely abandon your 4 kids.
What?
For one child?
You could have just moved like to the next county.
I feel like part of parenting is figuring out how to parent all of the children that you have.
Yeah. You didn't have to take them all the way across the country.
It doesn't make sense. After our divorce, I asked my ex-wife to lay it on the line. Why did she want to leave before even meeting my son? So she didn't even know the son.
What?
So all the things about like, oh, maybe she, you know, was scared about the behavioral issue. She didn't even know the son. She had written me pretty consistent letters from the day we found out until the day we got divorced. She gave them to me once our divorce was finished. I read over them several times. She gave several reasons for wanting a split. She felt she had chosen me to have a family with, and I already had a family. What is she talking about? What is she literally talking about?
This is like...
Are you stupid?
This is the same thing as that story we read yesterday where it was like, my wife is actually 2 years older, but we're in a loving, perfect relationship. Should I be upset about it? It's like, no, dummy. Make it funny. And it's like, this right here is like... Yes, but regardless, it's like this woman is now talking like it's like, oh, well, we had these 4 kids together, but I found out someone had actually had a biological child of yours before this, so all of it has to stop now. It's like, what?
It negates everything that we've accomplished over 10 years of marriage.
No, dummy. Just keep what you've got going right now.
What?
What are you doing?
If she had wanted strangers in her life, she would have married a man with kids the first time. What are you talking about?
This is just also nonsense.
What are you talking about? Like, I'm sorry. Sickness and in health, freaking all of the little marriage vows you took.
Yeah.
Out the window.
This is probably just an easier letter to write than the I cheated on you. Like, a lot I cheated on you. Oh, man.
She specifically chose someone without kids. OP didn't know he had kids.
Yeah, wait, but then you had 4 kids together.
That doesn't even make sense.
So what are you talking about?
And felt she made a mistake as now other people would have some control over our lives and a stranger would be in our home.
Oh.
You're crazy.
Sis, I've got bad news. Have you heard of this thing called the IRS? They've got a lot of control over your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
OP's ex goes, I didn't want... I had this whole dream in my head and I didn't want a stranger to be in our house. So instead, I'm going to kick my husband of 10 years out and separate him from his kids. That's what I was dreaming of.
That's crazy. 10 years, 4 kids. They wanted a 5th kid, by the way. They were like, oh, we were planning to get a 5th kid.
They were planning to have a 5th child anyway.
And she's just like, no. This is a big mistake. That's okay. 10 years out the window, though.
She loved our life, marriage, and knew it was all about to change because of my past decisions. What decisions?
What do you mean you know it's about to change?
Is this a religious thing? Is this...
It's all changing because of you, though, ex-wife.
You know what's even crazier, guys? You know, sometimes we have, like, stories where people are like, oh, that's not my bio kid. They adopted 2 children.
That's the other thing that makes no sense.
They adopted 2 children, so it's not even like she has a problem raising kids that aren't biologically hers. Who is this woman?
Was this written just to break our brains?
Yeah, because she's crazy. She also said she knew that kids coming out of situations like this were likely to have trauma. Oh, and all of your
You
kids,
dumbass. What
all
are you
of your
talking
kids
about?
losing their father aren't gonna have trauma.
You literally just split. There's
broke
nothing.
your own family.
Every
Good job.
sentence that comes up, we're
None
gonna
of
have.
your kids, or now that your kids are children of divorce, no
Ugh.
trauma from that.
This is so dumb.
She underlined many times that while I was a good person, she knew I'd throw our family under the bus to make
What
up
does
for
that
something I had no
mean?
control over.
All this means is she cheated. I'm sorry.
You're gonna throw our children under the bus, so
What does
I
that
did it
mean?
first. I threw them under first, so you couldn't throw them under the bus.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote her to tell her she was right. What? And that I
Okay.
was sorry things turned out how they did. OP is a pushover. Overall, I'm happy. I don't regret my decisions. What are you? Who are these people? My son is thriving with me, and my other kids have a great mother and maternal family. Who are you? I hope my son continues to improve, and I selfishly hope that as time passes and he gets older and more stable, I will be able to reconnect with my wife and be involved with my other kids.
Yeah, that's so selfish of you, you absolute monster. What? Who are these people?
I appreciate everyone who reached out with advice. Did you listen to any of it?
My advice is to go back to the planet you guys came from, because clearly you guys are like from a different galaxy the way you've gone about this.
What?
Like, what are we talking about? Wait. Why are you apologized?
Yeah.
I'd be selfish for wanting a life with my whole family that I love? Okay.
Why are you happy with your life?
Is your wife just the ultimate gaslighter? Like,
Apparently OP's wife gaslit him so well that he's like, yeah, I don't actually want to have a life with my kids.
straight up.
That's the end of that story, folks.
He is Louise.
I really don't understand.
I'm
Also,
saying it.
apparently
She
his-
cheated.
Yeah.
She cheated. She
I
did the I just love you. She cheated.
Yeah, don't be surprised when, well, actually, I guess it's been a year and she's not with someone else, so that's crazy.
And maybe he knew she cheated. And that's why he was like,
Oh.
yeah, just do it. Because I don't want to get to the bottom of it. It's like the song by The Weeknd where he's like, I don't want to know. Because it's like,
Yeah.
once you know, it would so thoroughly destroy you that you're like, just let's leave it ambiguous because I can't
tell me.
deal with the emotional damage.
Also, I know that he said that the mother of this kid had she didn't have a job or something, but it
was a
seems like-
little hard for,
yeah,
hard for cash,
but
press
it
for
seems like
cash.
she's totally gone.
What do you mean?
He was like, yeah, now I'm like it seemed like he was saying he kind of is fully taking care of his son.
Oh, like he has full custody.
That's what
Oh.
it felt like. It's like, yeah, and I'm doing all this and stuff, and he didn't mention the mother at all, which I'm like,
Yeah.
where did she go?
Well, I guess that, again, just shows his priorities.
I really don't understand this. But folks, that is the end of that story. And we do have another one.
My wife and I opened our marriage. Now she's jealous.
It never works out.
It's actually not fair to call this a three-way problem. It's an open relationship type of problem. Even though we don't have an open relationship and only dabbled in it somewhat.
I mean, dabbled.
It sounds like you don't even know what to call your problem.
Dabbled. It's not wine tasting.
Yeah.
It's opening your marriage.
By the way, this comes from a user in a weird pickle, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So, I, 40 male, have been with my wife, Kay, 40 female, for 3 years. We both have had prior miserable marriages of 10 plus years with her background, including an extremely possessive husband who didn't let her even talk to other guys. When we met, my wife had gotten a bit of distance from her ex by having flings with a series of guys before she met me. And there's nothing wrong with that as long as a person does his or her best to remain safe. She had a long-term boyfriend who was, as far as I can tell, completely platonic, having only kissed her on the mouth once during their entire relationship,
What?
and never having indicated an interest in spicy sleep.
Okay, maybe he's like ace.
Okay.
Sure.
She did keep in touch with a lot of her past flings, including having some spicy-related activity or leading conversations with some spicy messages. She also almost met up with another guy from across the country after an emotional/cyber spicy affair early on after we were committed.
So you guys have she's already
she
cheated on you?
She
So
cheated
she's
on
already
you.
cheated on you.
Say it with us, folks.
She cheated
Let's get
on
the
you.
wide shot popping. She
cheated
cheated
on
on
you.
you. I chalked that up to fear of commitment and eventually got past it.
What?
I think she's been honest with me since then, and
think?
I trust her.
You sorry.
I
You can't say
think-
I trust her and I think she's been honest with me in the same sentence.
I trust her. I mean,
I think she's been honest with me.
I don't think she has any online husbands.
I chalked it up to commitment issues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She didn't
she
want to
cheated
be
on-
committed to me. I got over it
Cheated on
though.
you. That's crazy. That's crazy to call cheating on someone.
Yeah.
It's just commitment issues.
I usually promote like, you know, the concept of being a kind of unbothered for the most part.
You're too unbothered.
But this is way too unbothered. You got to be a little bothered. After all that, though, she did have some ongoing boundary issues in my view.
The cheating?
For example, that platonic ex used her to promote his online business by claiming she was essentially an executive of his non-existent organization and posted messages on social media talking about how smexy she was. What?
Huh?
Okay, we're gonna keep going.
Huh?
It was a very strange dynamic and made me uncomfortable. The sham business relationship as much as anything else. I eventually told her, and she resisted doing anything for months, but finally did tell him she didn't want to continue being used to promote his business that way. What's the
Sorry,
business?
I'm sorry.
Just a hot girl?
I'm sorry.
Hot girl business.
I'm sorry. You told her that you were uncomfortable and she was like, I don't care for months.
It doesn't even, I know the title of this said it's like we opened the marriage. Doesn't even sound like that's what y'all are doing. It's like you're just like, well, I guess my wife is more interested in others, so maybe I should also be?
My guy, girly.
Let's
What
see
are
what
you
happens.
doing?
So the main reason I mention this is that she's often shown a tendency to have boundary issues with other guys because she is a flirt and likes the attention.
She's the cheater.
I'm okay.
We know you're okay.
She's
with
just a
this.
flirt. I mean, we're dating and she flirts with all these other guys,
And
but
she
that's just how
sometimes
she
cheats
is.
on me.
And I guess because I can only date one person for the whole entirety of my life, that's my position. This is the boat I've found myself in,
Apparently.
especially after her repressed past, as long as she's honest with me. But a key fact is that she's been a bit resistant when I've indicated a lack of comfort, which I've only rarely done. We've been spicily adventurous to some extent, including discussing the idea of a swinging. We didn't, but we went to parties and fooled around with each other, having a shared girlfriend, her idea originally, or even a sister wife, which was her idea originally.
What?
Guys, fellas, ladies, gather around. When we're in a relationship and someone suggests something that's like so wildly out of what we want, it's like so far away from where we're at, you don't have to be like, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
You can be like, that is literally the opposite of what I want.
The thing is, like, y'all aren't dabbling in it. She's in it. She's
Yes.
in it. And you are dabbling in making it official. But
Yeah.
she's been doing it.
You're still conceptualizing it. She's out there executing.
It's like when I was technically a double major but hadn't made it official yet.
And then you decided to
I
get the
was
English
already
major.
a double major. It wasn't on my transcript. She's already doing that. I had to take all the classes. She's taking the classes.
Oxford, Harvard, Cal.
All of them. UCST.
And she got an English major
I think I
at
have a
every
UCLA.
single one of those institutions.
Yeah.
Quadruple English major.
I got double majors at all of them.
Octuple majored.
I don't think I have a UCLA sweater.
We can fix that.
That's the
That
easiest
was
one.
the only one that Sam went to.
That's the easiest one we can
How do I
fix,
not have
Sophia.
that?
Well, we could totally fix that.
I gotta get on this, guys. I need more.
She seemed at times to have a fatouche, but she would shut things down when things got real, like when we had opportunities to do spicy related stuff, or maybe relationship stuff with at least 5 women over a couple of years.
So is she wanting to like watch? Is that the thing?
I don't know,
No, yeah, that's what it was.
Because I think that's what that term maybe means.
but she'd always back out last minute, which I respected. She remained fascinated by the idea of a multi-woman relationship, however, especially since she has bi tendencies, but hasn't fully explored them yet, though she identifies as mostly hetero-romantic. Enter Marlene.
Okay.
Marlene! Dang it, Marlene, I told you to stay home!
So she is ace, or on the ace spectrum. Makes sense for previous relationships.
She's on the A spectrum?
Romantic.
She was someone at work dealing with a breakup with a lot of similar interests, and we became friends with my wife's full knowledge. With my wife's encouragement, we had Marlene over to the house a couple of times, and I eventually broached the subject of dating very vaguely with her. Originally, Marlene indicated that she'd find it too weird, and I didn't bring it up again. But we did spend a lot of time talking and sharing outside of work, and I grew somewhat fond of her. Eventually, she found that she was attracted to me after all, but though my wife eventually had a crush on her as well, Marlene wasn't into my wife, Kay, as Marlene identifies as completely hetero. Eventually, with Kay's full knowledge and blessing, in our house, Marlene and I fooled around. We did the horizontal mambo. We did the taboo tango. We did the oh mama
Llama.
jamba. The oh mama samba. Okay, there we go. Marlene had a problem with Kay being present, so Kay was in a different part of the house, though she could hear us.
She's pressed up against the wall. She's like, you turn it up.
Kay, go to the mall. Go to the mall, buy a knick-knack. What are you doing?
And she goes, okay. Do.
Oh, that's right, because Kay's kind of into that.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's her whole thing. That's her spicy desire. She doesn't want to be a part of it seems, but she wants to like watch it and hear it.
Okay. Afterward, she described being extremely tooted up. As a second night, Marlene and I fooled around some more, but this time Marlene asked me to ask Kay to exit the room again, and I did. This apparently hurt Kay's feelings, though she didn't tell me until much later, and though she still reported being vicariously tooted up.
Honestly, I feel like you need to get a different partner. Because if this is what your wife wants and this is kind of the like thing or the rules that you set and Marlene's not into it, then you can't do something that Marlene doesn't want to do.
Yeah, you've got
you should be doing something.
incompatibles.
Yeah, you should be doing something that your wife wants to do.
You guys are magnets with the same poles.
Yeah.
It's like they're not clicking together.
Yeah.
You can't make them.
So I feel like you gotta get someone new.
Eventually, with my wife's apparent encouragement, but later reported inner misgivings, I went to Marlene's hotel with her for a couple of nights consecutively, and we hooked up some more. I may well have been dense, but at the time I thought this was giving my wife a vicarious thrill and that she had no problem with it. I even asked her. My wife, even later when she reported having had problems, always told me she assumed we went all the way and had no problems with that. But we didn't, partly because I didn't know the first night if that was on the table or not. Fast forward a couple of months, and Marlene had traveled back home from her business trip, but we stayed in contact outside of work. My wife initially reported some jealousy, but seemed to move past it, and then started encouraging me to see Marlene some more when Marlene returned, as she did soon after. During this time, I spoke often and in depth with my wife about what sort of relationship we were contemplating. She told me she found the idea of even marrying Marlene to be exciting, and wanted to take things as they came.
Girl, Marlene is straight.
Wow.
Marlene is straight.
So this is the I'm thinking, I was thinking this was going to be, OP. We need to learn where our boundaries are. But instead, it's about OP's partner. OP's partner, you're not okay with this.
Not okay with this.
You should express that and be like, let's not. Because clearly this is not actually working for me.
Dude, you know what you want. You want to vicariously be a part of this. You want to watch while they do the horizontal mambo.
You want the chair in the corner. You want it.
You want to be the guy in the chair.
You're Tyler Durden.
You're Ned from Spider-Man.
Because he sat in the Tyler Durden in the movie Fight Club, sits in the cuck chair in the hotel.
Oh, I've seen that movie.
He sits in it.
And he's interested in Brad Pitt.
I feel like Tyler Durden would be into that. Regardless. We're not here to talk about Fight Club.
I just watched it.
That's the first rule.
I haven't finished it yet.
Dang it.
Hopefully that didn't happen in the last hour because I haven't seen that part yet. Anyway.
Marlene returned, and we had an idyllic weekend. All three of us, culminating in two little, two ménage à trois. After this is where things fell apart. My wife began acting very conflicted, and eventually, on the last night Marlene was with us, we wound up doing nothing after initially planning to, and my wife was completely broken down. For many weeks following, I had a terrible time at home. Kay was cold, angry, yelled very often, swore at me and/or called me names. and demanded full access to my email and phone, which I gave her to help her feel more secure. I'd already told Marlene that we couldn't be together, but I think Kay didn't trust me not to cheat, or she thought Marlene was trying to steal me away. Things were stiff between Marlene, who developed some feelings for me, and I for her.
Oh my God.
So working could get tense, but she was classy and respectful, and I did my best to be the same way, with no off-color remarks or anything. I knew she was having a lot of trouble processing things, basically having the emotional rug yanked out from under her by my wife, but I resisted urges to console her.
What
I think you
the
and your
heck?
wife... No, you don't get to do that, OP.
Don't be
You
like,
and your
"Oh,
wife...
my wife, it's all my wife's fault." Dude,
This was a team effort.
dude, you knew what your wife wanted. And
Yeah.
then you stopped doing what your wife wanted. And then she said, yeah, I guess it's fine. And then was like, I don't know if I'm into this. And then clearly showed discomfort with what was going on. And you did it anyway.
Literally probably
you guys
the same...
are bad at relationships.
The same energy as like when you're like, babe, can I go hang out with the boys tonight? I know we had that like dinner date planned, but I want to go hang out with the boys. And then she's like,
I guess. Do what
I
you want.
mean, you can do whatever you want.
Yes.
And then you're like, but you told me I could. Like, what?
To be clear, they've both done this, you know? Like, she did this
Yeah.
from the start of like hanging out with all these guys and flirting, and OP being like, I guess I'm okay with it. And then her doing it anyway. And then he did it back to her. So it's like, you guys don't know how to talk to each other. Like, express your emotions.
Yeah.
Tell each other that you're not okay with it.
Only that.
She Beely says, everyone sucks here. Yes.
Eventually, I was laid off from that job, and Marlene gave me a very helpful professional recommendation. I decided I didn't want to lose touch with her out of thankfulness, but also just because I felt bad for her and wanted to know her, even if just effectively as pen pals.
I'm sure.
So I did. Keeping my wife in the loop. My wife wasn't thrilled, but went along with it
What
for
are
a
you
while.
talking about? Your wife was not happy with it. And you're like, well, I'm doing it anyway. Why are you guys even married?
You've lost the plot
Lost it.
of like what y'all's little fatouche was. You're now pen paling your third. That's not how that works. If it's gonna work right. I've let my wife read the emails since then, but they've provoked constant conflict. There's nothing spicy or romantic about them, but my wife constantly finds fault with word choices of mine and has accused me of wanting to be with Marlene instead of her, and has also accused Marlene of wanting to steal me away. Though she lives in a different state and neither can move, reads extremely tenuous meanings into words and phrases in attempts to make particular communications seem to be invitations for romance, blah, 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 blah. Kay has even threatened to break up with me if I didn't stop emailing Marlene, though Kay eventually took that back and removed her demand that I not have any contact with Marlene going forward.
What?
But you can have all the contact in the world with us moving forward if you go to Spotify or iHeartRadio or Apple Podcasts and listen to the full episodes with stories just like this one. All you have to do is search the name of our show, OK Storytime, and you've got over 2,500 episodes to just nibble on. Just so good and tasty.
Your wife said, I'm going to break up with you if you keep talking to Marlene. Not a great, never good to have an ultimatum. And you went, what? She took it back? What?
This is just full blown, like, you've gone all the way down the rabbit hole.
Like imagine this is what, Dakota, you're, I'm super upset at you because you have, I don't know, you keep walking around in the house with your shoes on.
With my smooth hair.
What?
With my totally smooth
you got muddy
hair.
shoes on.
My hair's
And
so smooth.
I say, Dakota, if you walk around this house with your muddy shoes on, I'm gonna kick you out of this house and you're never coming back. And then next day I'm like, Dakota, like, whatever. Do whatever you want. Hopefully you're like, well, I'm not gonna wear my muddy shoes around the house.
Nah, I'd be like, sick. She gave me the
He
okay.
said, do whatever I want. That means it's fun, right?
What is tone? What is subtext?
Yeah, I don't understand subtext
I don't know.
because I can't read.
What is a vibe? I'm not even sure. All I know is what is literally spoken to me. I am Mr. Literal.
Yep.
This has been pretty disruptive on my life with Kay. Recently, for example, we didn't have spicy sleep for well over a month. I feel unwanted sometimes. Well, imagine how she feels.
Imagine how tired she feels.
But again, that's not even.
Also,
It's both of your fault.
I feel like you guys are maybe like spicily incompatible. Because it seems like she either has little desire for spicy sleep, given, how she has defined herself. And OP seems to have a lot higher spicy sleep desire. So, I don't know if you guys are fully compatible.
Yeah.
Especially just in how you are communicating it.
I hate it when she says mean things and all that. Still, part of me feels like it's not fair anymore that she insists I cut off all contact with Marlene. I don't want to lose her, partly because I do view her as a friend. I know that to a certain degree, fairness doesn't matter in these determinations, rather how one feels. Still, is there any decent way to get across to Kay that I am trustworthy, but also that I don't feel like it's fair to be forced to be mean to Marlene? No one's telling you to be mean to Marlene. I swear I've been completely honorable in my dealings with Marlene since the week where we had the threesomes, and I'm not angling for a romantic relationship. I just email her every couple days and enjoy the friendly communications. Plus, feel better about not just cutting her off like she's a toy. Am I in the wrong?
Yes.
I am intentionally posting here instead of in our polyamory or non-monogamy, or I want non-biased points of view on what a ballpark of reasonableness looks like given the situation. I know my wife isn't in the wrong for feeling jealous. I want to know if I'm being unreasonable by wanting now, after all of the on again, off again, on again, off again, to just be Marlene's friend. Yes!
Yes.
That's unreasonable.
Unreasonable. If you want a relationship with your wife, you can't be Marlene's friend.
Like having that, okay.
Once you've developed feelings for the person that you were supposed to just be having like little spicy time with, probably not best to continue the relationship with her.
Yeah.
If you're trying to continue the relationship with your wife.
Very different if this is just like a coworker and you're friends with them and they were never brought into the fold, so to speak. Like,
yeah.
Then
and Wrestling Mama says wife
that's
was
different.
wrong. Yeah. Wife was wrong on making her boundaries clear. We know the wife was wrong. We know she cheated.
Yeah, they were both wrong.
They were both wrong. OP is the one asking us the questions. So I'm going to direct them at OP.
Yeah.
Yep, figure it out, dude. Because otherwise you got a divorce because this is not working the way that it's going.
It's time to walk away.
Yeah,
it's
for
time.
real.
I don't think you guys are compatible partners.
Yeah.
And I think it'll probably inevitably just end with someone cheating on someone.
Yup.
But that is the end of that story. We have another one coming right up.
My wife cheated with me. Now I fear she's cheating on me.
Dang, it sucks when the shoe's on the other foot, doesn't it?
I, 38 male, have known my wife, 34 female, for 16 years. We dated for 1 month when we first met. We stopped dating when she met a guy who would be her serious boyfriend for the next 5 years.
Pause for context. They were in high school.
Yeah.
That was 16 years old when that happened.
By the way, this comes from Not Show, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, we remained good friends for those 5 years. I would very often hang out with her and her boyfriend. Toward the end of the 5 years, her boyfriend was living about 2 hours away, and they saw each other less and less frequently. It was known by all of her friends that she felt like he wasn't committing to her the way she felt he should after the amount of time, and she was rather unhappy. Around that time, she needed a roommate and I needed a place, so I moved in with her and another girl.
May I just quickly say, moving 2 hours away at 21 and staying in a relationship with somebody
Crazy.
is a very committed thing to do.
Crazy.
So that makes no sense immediately from my
That's like
perspective.
commitment, man.
Yeah.
We started hooking up while she was still with her boyfriend. Yikes. That's not cool. It was more than just fooling around, and we both had strong feelings for each other. Dude, he's 2 hours away. Break up with him.
Dude, how do you know those are her feelings for you, though, and not her feelings for the guy she's cheating on?
Yikes.
Being expressed through her into you as like a vehicle. What?
Before we started hooking up, I had planned to move out of town, same country, really far away. I asked her if she would come with me. She said no. She was going to stay with her boyfriend. I left heartbroken. A few months later, she came to visit me with some friends and asked if the offer still stood. I told her it did, and she packed up everything and left her hometown to live with me in a strange city. Did she break up with her boyfriend? Is she still with her boyfriend? Things were great. We were youngish, kind of poor, but we worked hard, saved money, and made a life for ourselves. After 5 years of living together, I finally asked her to marry me. Presumably, she broke up with her boyfriend.
I would hope at this point boyfriend knows
Yeah.
that he's on the outs.
She said yes, and all was well. We bought a condo together and planned our wedding. Around this time, her work transferred her to a different office, which was a longer commute, 1 hour versus 25 minutes. It sucked, but she liked her job, so she stuck with it. She had a male coworker who she was really good friends with. He was married with 3 kids. We hung out with him and his wife a few times, and it was pretty obvious that he was attracted to my wife. My threat radar went off one time when he, his wife, my wife, and I were playing cards, and he muttered, "God, you're beautiful," kind of under his breath, but loud enough for me and maybe his wife to hear. He wasn't talking about his wife.
So what is that?
What?
That's
You.
I don't even know. That sounds fake.
Yeah.
That's
God,
because
you're beautiful.
whose wife is not immediately going,
Yeah.
what the hell did you
If
just
she
say?
heard that, was that to me?
Did you just we're gonna leave. I have to talk to you in the
We're not playing
car right
cards
now.
anymore. I told my wife about that incident and that it bothered me, but she shrugged it off, and I didn't really think too much about it. So the office move had brought them closer to the guy's house. She mentioned one time about how she had gone over there during lunch to play bags and drink adult soda. What's bags?
Probably cornhole.
It was kind of an offhand comment, and it was the only time she talked about them hanging out at lunch. I didn't like it at all, but I didn't say anything. So we got married, and literally 2 days after the wedding, we found out that she was pregnant. We planned to have kids, but not right away. Nonetheless, we were happy.
Oh wait, pause really quick. They were playing cards, right? Kat has in the comments, Kat's theory is that he was talking about his cards, which actually does make sense.
He's like,
If you're playing cards, you just get a good hand, you were trying to be cheeky,
God.
or you get a bad hand, you're trying to bluff.
well, yeah, I'm wondering
God,
why
you're
OP
beautiful.
thought it was directed at, because he says, oh, he wasn't talking to his wife.
Well, it could be the threat radar, because it's like, yeah, you lose him how you got him. You
Yeah.
already know she's down to cheat.
When we were talking to people about us having a baby, I would sometimes make jokes about not being sure if it was mine.
What?
Why did you make that joke? My intentions were totally benign, at least consciously. After I made this joke a few times, she finally told me that she really didn't like it when I said that.
Wow.
I wonder why.
Wow.
I could tell she was serious, so I apologized and never did it again. It struck me as a little strange, though, because we mess with each other all the time, and it's never a problem. What are you talking about, dude?
But you're bringing
Obviously,
up the baby.
she's not gonna freaking like that you're saying that you're joking about whether or not you're the father.
Yeah, like
Yeah, she's not gonna like that, dummy.
it's not you can't involve the baby in the joke and then be like, come on.
One day we were sharing a romantic moment. I was looking at her in the eyes and said something to the effect of, "I can't wait to see our baby." I was looking her in the eyes and waiting for a reaction, but she just kind of paused. She didn't laugh or do anything right away. It was really awkward and it freaked me out. So I'm imagining OP's like, "I can't wait to see our baby." And she's like, I was really upset about it for a day or so, but I didn't say anything. The thought that the child may not be mine was in the back of my mind from then on. I'm sorry, your thought? What? That's why you thought that? That doesn't make any sense.
How did we get here? How have we jumped all the way to here?
I feel like OP is just so insecure and so like paranoid because he cheated with her.
And yeah, maybe this is the penance you pay.
So our daughter was born. She's a lovely child. I can't express how much I love her. She really does look like me and my wife. So my fears about her not being mine were mostly removed. My wife is a fantastic mother to her too. She is now pregnant with our second child. So quite recently we had dinner with the work guy and his wife. Work guy was drinking quite heavily. He has a very loud and outgoing personality, quite likable. He likes to make lewd jokes and sometimes takes it too far for social comfort. That night, he made a comment about a waitress's front airbags while sitting right next to his wife.
Oh, so he's that kind of guy.
So he's gross. She heard him and looked at him, and he kind of made a face like, well,
What, are you gonna deny it?
you don't see those honkers?
You see though, I wanna make a Sorry. I'll leave that. I'll let that one sleep.
We got to talking about a coworker of his who had done some pretty messed up things at work, which involved him. It was an ethical thing that would likely have gotten that person fired if he had told on her, but he didn't tell. I joked to him, that person must have dirt on you. His reply was, yeah, that I was banging your wife at work. Huh? He said that in front of his wife and your wife?
This can't even be real. There's no way. Who is this guy? I mean, how? Unless he's just like blacked out at this point. Because they did say he was drinking a lot. And that is totally something that just would just floop right out of you if you had been drinking too much.
And makes a joking face like, ooh, shouldn't have said that while looking at my wife. I looked at my wife and her head was turned. Either she didn't hear or she was pretending not to have heard. I feel like he wouldn't have said it. There's two possibilities. One, he said it because he is doing it. Two, he waited until she was not listening and looking to say it to get a rise out of OP.
Yeah, I just think he did it. He did that. He did that and just did it. And like, I don't know. Sometimes, there's like the psychological principle of like the criminal returning to the scene of the crime and being in close proximity to the investigation because it's almost like they want the credit. They want to get caught. They want everyone to know. They want to let go of the weight.
Yeah.
So that might have just been he got drunk enough to be like, yeah, you know what? I'm banging your wife at work. Oops. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
That freaked me the F out. I was trying to keep my cool, but I was visibly irritated. My wife asked me what was wrong, but I didn't tell her. I didn't sleep that night. All I could do was think what would happen if it were true. I wanted to ask my wife, but I was afraid of offending her and sounding mistrustful if it were true. Or worse, having her tell me it was true. That was almost 2 weeks ago now, and I still haven't asked. I think I have to do it because my suspicions just haven't gone away. Every now and then, the feeling I had that night comes back, and I can't shake it. My wife has noticed for sure. I thought about all the things that could point to her having an affair with this guy. There really isn't too much else. But one thing that I did find strange is that she deleted her old email account after we got married and changed her name. You got married, though. She changed her name because her name changed. No?
Maybe she changed it to like a completely different name.
Yeah. Blades. Fireblade.
Yes, my name is Moonflower Fireblaze _99.
Like, not disabled or stopped using it, but deleted it. I asked her why and told her that didn't make sense because she would miss emails sent to the old address. She gave some answer like she wanted emails to that address to bounce so people would not use it anymore. That kind of makes sense, I guess. She also deletes emails in her new Gmail account after she's done with them. Oh, yeah, people do that.
That's how you end up with not 37,000 emails.
I asked her why she did that when she could just mark them as read or archive them when she's done. She said she doesn't want them around cluttering up her inbox. And that's reasonable.
Buddy,
that's reasonable. People do that.
You just have to approach your wife and be like, hey, so you remember how we got together, right? I'm nervous.
I mean, she cheated on the last guy with me. Why wouldn't she cheat on me? What do you guys think? Did she do it? Should I ask her? And there is an update, folks. Dude, talk to your wife. Stop coming up. Like, you've been thinking about this for freaking the whole time you guys have been together. You have always thought that she's going to cheat on you. So, like, talk to her. I don't know. If you can't trust her, then why are you in a relationship with her?
I don't
even think she is cheating. I think he's just so paranoid.
I think he's also written this from perspective where it sounds like he knows if he brings it up, that in and of itself is going to end the relationship.
Potentially.
If you're already put in that box and like your relationship isn't even a safe space for you to like talk about how you're really feeling, depending on what the feeling is, then it's over.
Okay, I finally talked to my wife. I was really nervous and trying to set up a good opportunity. When it got as good as I thought it was going to get, I just said, so did anything ever happen between you and the guy? Not the smooth delivery I had hoped to make.
No, not smooth at all.
She said, you mean like romantically? No, never. She seemed very sincere and I believed her right away.
No, dude, she hit you with the loophole immediately. What are you talking about?
What?
You mean romantically? She's gonna be like, yeah, but there was nothing romantic about when we were just like banging. That's what she's gonna say.
I don't know. I feel like that great of a reply is like, no, what?
Or she's just lying.
I don't think she's lying. I went on to tell her all the reasons I was worried, and she was very understanding. She was upset that I didn't trust her. She did start crying when I told her about my fears that our daughter might not have been mine. She was upset that I would even think that, which is what I anticipated and one of the main reasons I waited so long to tell her. I put her in my shoes and asked how she would feel if a female coworker of mine acted in a similar way. It seemed like she hadn't considered that, and she admitted to being jealous and insecure in the past, which made me feel better. But you know what will always make you feel better? Listening to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. I don't think she's cheating. I think he's incredibly paranoid.
Really?
Yeah.
Given everything we learned, like that was said about those interactions at the restaurant?
All we know is that he said, yo, when I was banging your wife, and that OP said that she didn't hear, or like seemed like she didn't hear.
Belligerently drinky. Not belligerently, but he's like drinky.
Yeah,
he's overly drinky.
Dude, this sounds like when guys go, when I was banging your mom. That's what that sounds like.
So here's an interesting psychological principle that I've learned from about interrogations from the police, right? When you're innocent and accused of a crime, really your reaction is going to be, wait, what are we talking about? You think I did what? What? What are you talking? No, hey, that needs to stop. We're not talking about me doing a crime because I didn't do one.
But that's what she did.
But people who are guilty will perceive that they'll do a flip thing in their mind where they're like, oh, well, if I freak out about it, I'll look guilty. So I need to just be chill about it and almost ignore it.
But
and that is what guilty people do.
I don't think she did that at all.
She did. She turned away. She just turned away and pretended like she didn't hear it. That's what she did.
No. He said, I don't know if she heard it or not.
No,
I don't think she heard it.
She heard it.
I personally don't think she heard it. Because
think of all the times you've been sitting around a restaurant and you've heard someone's conversation a table away from you.
But sometimes
this is the same table.
But sometimes the person right next to me is talking. I'm like zoned out.
That
happens all the time.
Ooh, I'm
zoned out all the time.
What's up here? What's over there?
Dakota, you
what's
were
over
sitting
here?
right next to me at a restaurant in Colombia. I was full gone. You asked me a question. I had no idea what you said to me.
Yeah, but there's also a dozen people at that table.
Yeah.
This is a table with 4 people.
Not necessarily. She said she was turned away. Who is she talking to? It's probably more
She's
people
not
there.
talking to anybody.
I think there were more people
She's going
there.
la 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 la.
I think that
She's whistling show
Wrestling Mama
tunes to
says
herself.
that's what friends do, Sophia. This guy isn't his friend. It's his wife's coworker. He shouldn't be that comfortable joke like that. I agree. I think he's a creep. To be clear, I think he's a freaking creep. But I think that she is not cheating with him. I still think he's a weirdo and a creep, but I don't think that he's cheating with her. I think he wants OP to think that he's cheating with her because he's attracted to OP's wife.
The cherry on top for all of this, that very well could be true, but the cherry on top for all of this is that the wife was acting like she's so confused as to where this idea is coming from. That's the thing that's getting me. Is she's like, I don't understand how you could think this. It's like, girl, yeah,
but
you
if
do.
she wasn't cheating, then
but
yeah,
you cheated
he never brought
to
it up.
start this relationship.
That's fair.
So
But
it's crazy for her to be like, well, where is this coming from?
She said, oh my God, I didn't even think about.
No, I thought she was saying that she didn't think about if it was on, if this was a female coworker of OP's, how she'd be feeling.
When OP was like, yeah, I've been thinking about because of how you guys got together, and she's like, wow, I didn't.
Regardless, crazy that she was like, where? I don't understand.
She made lots of reassurances that if she was ever unhappy enough in our relationship that she would think about seeing someone else, that she would let me know things were bad way before it got to that point.
But you didn't do that the first time.
Which, yeah, I agree. I don't think she's in the right for that. It's hard to describe how you can tell someone is telling the truth, but I could really tell. Unless she's some kind of amazing liar, which I think I would know about after 16 years. She did defend her douchey friend's actions a little, which I was bothered by. She said he always says things like that and doesn't really mean anything by it.
See, look, she's trying to be like, just disregard him. It's not happening. She's doing the list. What list? We're talking about the list. No one cares about the list.
I still think he's just a dip crap. I told her I didn't want to hang out with him and his wife anymore. We have moved 1,200 miles away from where they are now, so it doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'm the paranoid, insecure jackbutt that I was open. I was. Dakota and I we are split. We can't agree. And we don't know, so put in the comments if you think she's cheating. Let us know what you guys think. But that's the end of that story.
Yeah.
And the end of this episode. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you
And
and
see
see
you
you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.